Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to all three of our witnesses for being here today. Thank you for the job that you do every day to keep us safe. I know you are not perfect, as you are frequently reminded. You have big jobs and awesome responsibility. But as members of Congress, so do we. And we are the lawmakers. And so I just would say to you that we all can work a little harder to be better partners and realize that we are all in the same boat, like it or not. And that boat, especially with this committee, is to lead in keeping our nation safe. We're a nation of laws at the border. We're a nation of laws on January 6th. Those were criminals and not tourists. And doggone it, we're a nation of laws regarding foreign entities. And if we would remember that, I think we all could be better partners and never risk our nation being attacked by anyone in such a cruel and vicious way. I want to just acknowledge the victims of 9/11 and the brave first responders on that day. And with that, Secretary Mayorkas, as many of my colleagues have noted today, DHS was created in response to 9/11. I remember it well. And over the last several months, we have held, as you constantly being reminded today, hearings on the mission and structure of the department and its ability to meet the threats of today and tomorrow. One concern raised on many occasions is that the department's mission has grown incredibly. Indeed, in just 2021, the department has led the federal government's response to the pandemic, every place, natural disasters all over our nation, stunning cybersecurity attacks, immigration enforcement, and resettlement of our Afghan allies. This is, of course, because, as one previous witness noted, DHS is an unmatched connector between federal resources and state and local authorities. Secretary, understanding that information and resource sharing to prevent attacks against our homeland is such an important function of the department. As the mission of the Department of Homeland Security and the responsibilities of its components grown too vast for one department? Mr. Secretary.
Congresswoman, I thank you so much for your question. I don't think so. We are fundamentally a department of partnerships. I think we are working now very cohesively across the department, across our different agencies and offices. And I think that we are working more collaboratively and closely with our state, local, tribal, and territorial partners than ever before. We have, for example, through the Office of the Office of Intelligence and Analysis, been disseminating critical products in partnership with the Federal Bureau of Investigation to our local first responder community so that they are very equipped and empowered to address the threats that they face in their respective communities. And I know you know this very, very well, given your lifelong dedication to the law enforcement and public safety mission. I think we're working very cohesively. We have a lot more to accomplish in that regard, and we're very focused on it.
Mr. Secretary, information sharing certainly was one of the major focuses, or I think recognized vulnerabilities 20 years ago. How would you say, as the Department of Homeland Security Secretary, we're doing along the local, state, and federal level with information sharing?
I think, Congresswoman, if you would ask the state, local, tribal, territorial partners that we have, they would echo my assertion that we are doing better than ever before. We have not only issued an NTAS bulletin and renewed it several times, we've sent out multiple products in different forms. We are focused on real-time, actionable information in the hands of our partners to strengthen our homeland security. I think we're doing better than ever before, and we'll do better tomorrow than we are today.
Again, to all three of our witnesses, thank you for what you do to keep us safe every day. We are committed to joining you as effective partners in that effort. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Young lady yields back. Chair recognizes gentleman from New Jersey, Mr. Van Drew, for 5 minutes.